Have you ever been in the middle of a completely ordinary moment, maybe sipping coffee, chatting with a friend, or walking down a street, when suddenly it hits you? This moment feels familiar, too familiar, as if you've lived it before, even though you know you haven't. That eerie, spine-tingling sensation is called déjà vu, a phenomenon that has baffled scientists, inspired philosophers, and left everyday people wondering, what just happened? Is it a glitch in our brain? A glimpse into a parallel universe? Or something even more mysterious? In this video, we're diving deep into the science behind déjà vu. We'll explore the leading theories, uncover what happens in your brain during this strange experience, and even look at how it connects to the nature of time and reality itself. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is déjà vu? The term comes from the French phrase meaning already seen, and it describes that uncanny feeling of familiarity in a completely new situation. Here's a real-world example. Imagine you're traveling to a city you've never visited before. You walk into a cafe, and suddenly, it feels like you've been there before. You know exactly where the tables are, how the light falls through the windows, even the smell of coffee in the air. But logically, you know this is impossible. This experience is surprisingly common. Studies suggest that 60 to 80% of people have experienced déjà vu at least once in their lives. And while it's often fleeting, lasting just a few seconds, it leaves a lasting impression. But here's the catch. Déjà vu is deeply personal. No two experiences are exactly the same, and that's part of what makes it so intriguing. So, what's really going on in our brains when this happens? Let's explore the science. Scientists have proposed several theories to explain déjà vu, and each one offers a fascinating glimpse into how our brains work. The first is the memory glitch theory. According to this idea, déjà vu happens when your brain misfires, creating a false sense of familiarity. Think of it like a short circuit in your memory system. The hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for forming memories, might accidentally trigger a feeling of recognition, even though the moment is entirely new. For example, let's say you're walking down a street in a new city. Your brain might mistakenly associate the layout with a street you've seen in a movie or a dream, creating that eerie sense of familiarity. Then, there's the familiarity theory. This suggests that déjà vu occurs when a new experience closely resembles something you've encountered before, even if you can't quite place it. For instance, the layout of that cafe might remind you of a place you visited years ago, triggering that uncanny feeling. But perhaps the most mind-bending theory is the time slip theory. Some researchers speculate that déjà vu could be a glimpse into a parallel universe or even a future event. Imagine your brain momentarily tapping into another timeline, giving you a fleeting sense of what's to come. While these theories are compelling, none of them fully explain why déjà vu happens. So, let's take a closer look at what science has uncovered so far. To understand déjà vu, scientists have turned to brain scans and psychological experiments. One groundbreaking study used MRI scans to observe brain activity during moments of déjà vu. They found that specific areas, like the hippocampus and the temporal lobe, light up during the experience. These regions are crucial for memory and recognition, supporting the idea that déjà vu is linked to how we process familiar information. Psychologists have also tried to recreate déjà vu in the lab. In one experiment, researchers showed participants a series of images and then later showed them similar but slightly altered versions. many participants reported that déjà vu-like feeling, suggesting that subtle similarities between experiences can trigger the phenomenon. But despite these advances, déjà vu remains a mystery. Why does it happen to some people more than others? Why does it feel so real, even though we know it's not? These questions keep scientists digging deeper. Beyond the science, déjà vu has sparked some truly fascinating speculations. One idea comes from quantum mechanics, the branch of physics that deals with the strange behavior of particles at the smallest scales. Some theorists suggest that déjà vu could be connected to parallel universes or multiple timelines. Imagine your brain briefly overlapping with another version of yourself in a different reality. Mind-blowing, right? Another theory looks at hypnosis and altered states of consciousness. People under hypnosis often report vivid, dreamlike experiences that feel eerily real. Could déjà vu be a similar phenomenon, where your brain slips into a slightly altered state for just a moment? And let's not forget the cultural impact of déjà vu. From movies like The Matrix to ancient folklore, humans have long been fascinated by the idea of reliving moments. These stories shape how we think about déjà vu, adding layers of mystery and meaning to the experience. So, what does déjà vu tell us about ourselves? At its core, it's a reminder of how complex and mysterious the human mind is. It challenges us to think about the nature of memory, time, and even reality itself. While science has made incredible strides in understanding déjà vu, it's still far from being fully explained. And maybe that's part of what makes it so captivating. It's a puzzle that invites us to keep exploring, to keep questioning, and to keep marveling at the wonders of our own consciousness. The next time you experience déjà vu, take a moment to appreciate it. You're not just reliving a moment. You're touching the edge of one of life's greatest mysteries.